Visitors, thank you for coming. And again, there are some new faces, so thank you for joining us. Typically, I'll hand it over to James. We do have an agenda that we go through, but I'll hand it over to James. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks, Scott, and welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining. This is our third monthly CPLC meeting for 2018. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Also, I just wanted to make an announcement and wish all the women here a very happy Women's Day, International Women's Day. I know it's a major movement towards equality of rights, just generally out there. I think it'd be a great day to acknowledge all the women in our family, wives, sisters, mothers, daughters, women. So happy Women's Day to everyone.
That's great, though. You stole my thunder. And my wife reminded me to make sure I said that today, and I forgot to say that. So thanks, James. What would it say?
I didn't know it was International Women's Day. I thought it was Mother's Day.
Okay, so with that, let's. I think we have a packed agenda, so let's start with our prime analyst, Abby Fong.
Yep.
Testing. All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm the blog, as most of you know me. I'm the prime analyst here at 43 Division. And when we start these meetings, I go over a little presentation on what's been occurring in the division for the past month. So we'll get right into it. The first slide here, this is the map of 43 Division. Shows the different communities in the division and the representation here I have here at CPLC. Always looking for people to attend these meetings and to join the CPLC. So if you know anyone that's interested, please let them know about us. This first map here, this is going to be traffic-related map. This map here shows the collisions that occurred in the division throughout the month of February, and then it has a heat layer on top of it. The heat layer just helps to visually represent where the main problem spots are. This is a pretty standard map for our division. The big intersections are where you see most of our collisions. And that version of this map is shown once a week to the superintendent and the management team, and they use this to focus future weeks of traffic enforcement.
I see it on a weekly basis, and this is the month's picture. So the weekly data that I reviewed just today indicates that Eglinton Avenue is going to be our focus for the coming weeks. So we're going to be looking at speeding on Eglinton Avenue as our focus for the next week. Speed kills. We know that. We see it all too often. And speed also plays a major role in so many other collisions that don't end in fatalities. So we will be out there doing that. And as always, my folks know that one of my pet peeves is the distracted driving. So people on their phone. In Canada, we're going to start to see a large increase in those fines and penalties. So that's great because we're seeing that causing more death than impaired driving. So for the coming week, Eglinton Avenue, drive according to the speed limits, please.
Our next map here, again, the view overlay is the same. It shows collisions, but now the crosses that you see on there are where we have conducted enforcement throughout the month. And as you can see, most part, the most enforcement usually doesn't occur where the hot spots on the map are, and that's what we use these maps for to direct that enforcement. Getting into some of the crime maps now. This is our break and enter map. For those of you who attended last month, you'll know that so far in 2018, we have experienced quite a few break and enters compared to what we saw last year. In the past 4 weeks since that meeting, we've started a project here in the division. We've put a lot of resources into it. We have had some success. We were experiencing both high amounts of residential and commercial entries. We made some significant arrests in relation to the commercial entries, and they have gone down quite a bit. Our residential entries are still trending up, but we are still focusing on those and slowly pushing them down. One thing I'll point out about this map, which we always say often here at these meetings, is if you see something out of place in the neighborhood during the day, please give us a call. I'll just show you up here. All these blue dots you see right here, this is 7 break-in enters that happened up in this area. They happened within a 2-hour time span in 1 day by the same group of people. So these people who are very motivated can come in and cause a lot of havoc really quickly. And we did have some citizens call in about those. They saw a suspicious vehicle in the neighborhood. We got up there, we did get up there, they were gone by the time we got up there, by the time they had called. But they could have continued to do more entries. So it's very important to be aware of what's going on in your neighborhoods if you're the type of person that's home during the day, and give us a call if you see something that's out of place. This next slide here, robberies. Not too much to talk about this one, other than the fact that this is a really good looking slide. The amount of dots on there are almost non-existent, especially for a division this geographically big in the population. We have had a very small amount of robberies this year, driving them down quite a bit from last year, so we're pretty happy about that. And the last crime map is our theft of autos. And this is something that has been trending upwards for the past 12 to 18 months. In February, we kind of taper off a little bit, but we're still seeing slightly more than usual. And we are still seeing the increases accounted for mostly in Tesla vehicles between 2000 and 2010. Vehicles with the older technology that people are still able to steal. For the vehicles with the newer technology, it takes more higher end criminals to steal that. They need to have technology themselves to get into them, so we don't see too much of that. But we are seeing vehicles in the range to 2000, 2010 being stolen still. And then on to the 7 major crime indicators. So we show these every month. These are set by StatsCan, and they feel this best reflects what's going on in the community. As you can see, for the most part, all our major crime indicators are doing pretty good. We'll highlight the robberies here, down 32%. That's excellent. One thing to note is the numbers, we're only into March right now, so the numbers are still small. When you're dealing with small numbers, it makes percentages look bigger. So looking at the difference in numbers is pretty important right now too. So we've gone from 65 to 44 in the robberies. Over break-in enters, of course, we are trending upwards, but they have come down a bit. And as you can see, we have 93 now. If you go back 2 years, we were at 87 at this point in time. And in 2016, that was a decrease from 2015. So one of the reasons this looks higher is because of how much we've decreased them. And unfortunately, it's hard to keep pace with that. So eventually they are going to start to go up a little bit again. And all in all, we're a total of 11 occurrences over the last year, which is basically on par. So we're pretty happy about that. And my last slide is usually my tip of the month. This one here I've showed before, the rare distractions. This has popped up a couple of times again this past month. I've got a couple of occurrences in a couple of grocery stores and shopping centers. Mostly females in purses being distracted by the grocery aisles, and someone else relieves them with their wallet or some other item that's inside their purse. So when you're out there shopping, be aware of some stranger just out of nowhere tries to spark up a conversation with you about something that's random. If you keep your purse in your grocery cart or something like that, just pay attention to that, please. That's it. Thank you.
You get a magnet first. Okay.
Thanks all, Adam. That I know the call for community safety.
Afternoon, everyone. Paul, partner Julie, and my other partner Randy is going to be speaking after. Just want to introduce. Many people may know this young lady, but she's helped us out a lot over the last couple of months. She's been extremely patient. Yes, I'm looking at you in the back seat. And we're just going to have her up for a moment. The local Rotarians who do wonderful work had asked how they could help here and how they could work in partnership with us. And keep in mind a couple of things. There's still things to be released, but the first thing that we came up with was people, not so much here that they're more informal crowd, but many of you, they wonder who they should phone. Everyone knows 911, but not every call is appropriate for 911. Where should they phone or where should they contact? And of course, the pamphlet is fine, but as we know, most of those things become thrown out, become garbage very shortly. So we came up with the idea with the magnet. And if Donna didn't mind coming up, I just want to say thank you for a moment and reveal this thing that I think the ink is still wet on this. She's just come today. So just want the opportunity to publicly thank you for this. They've given 1,000 magnets. And in a shameless and unabashed attempt for promotion, which is not true, I'd like to present the first magnet to our superintendent. So,
What the heck? What the heck?
I don't want to put you on the spot. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. It's an honor to be able to work with you. We like to work
So it's right up our alley.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you so much.
For our next CPLC meeting, and I just noticed Nicholas. I just want to introduce Nicholas. He was one of our youth and policing students last summer, and he is coming back and still involved. So thank you so much. It's nice to see some new faces here at the CPLC meeting. So our next meeting is going to be in the evening. It's still going to be on the same day, so the second Thursday of the month, April the 12th. I have the just little save the date type papers. I'll just leave them by my desk. It's going to be at 6:30 at night at the Scarborough Village Recreation Center. So that's down at Kingston Road and Markham. The address is on here, 3600 Kingston Road. We're just trying something to be the exact same meeting that everyone is used to. We're trying to have one meeting a year off-site to see if anyone would be interested in attending a meeting that's not here at the police station, or people that are busy during the day that might make it out to an evening presentation. So just one meeting out of the ordinary, and then May will be back here as a standard meeting. So I'll just leave the little slips of paper here. Please grab one so we're all at the same place next month.
You want to say that on the microphone or?
People get confused because I think Julie and I actually have the same hairstyle.
I just wear mine better, yeah.
Just try to leave in conditioner. Just have a couple things I want to go over. Paul, or was mentioned in your statistic of crime report, talking about the break-in enters and talking about reporting break-in enters. We put out a video about 2 weeks ago about the break-in enters. A lot of people come up to me saying that they've seen the video. And as of about half an hour ago, that video has reached 69,600 people. That's people that have actually viewed it and interacted with this video. And the video talks about the importance of, if you're home alone, letting people know that you're home if somebody comes to the door during the daytime. So 69,600 people, and York Regional Police has used that video, all kinds of people have used that video. And then we did a follow-up video 2 days ago, and 11,250 people have viewed that about half an hour ago. And that's about reporting suspicious activity. So I think that's fantastic. I have a couple people that I'd like to call to the microphone, and one always gives me a lot of attitude. And Angela Brackett, would you like to come up and say a few things? She needs some mic. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I just want to say a couple things. We did a Q&A, I think it was 2 weeks ago, with our students from UFT, Centennials, and Georgetown College, and it was really amazing to see the questions that they were asking, also talking about that they never understand what it was about community policing, and now they were able to get some answers and understand and interact. We also met yesterday with one of the professors from Centennial College, who's also asking us for the next semester to come and to speak to their classes, because they like what we're doing in Mornell, they like what we're doing together, making a difference, and they want to make sure that the students are able to have that within the class, and knowing that it's not just about the classroom, it's not just about the books, but being out there and just seeing what we're doing. Also recommending that their students come and do their placement in Mornell All-Star. So I just want to thank again for the 3 Division for being partnered with us and what you've been doing over the years. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Andy.
So last weekend, we held a family movie afternoon at the Port Union Community Center. We raised $1,300. This all goes to a shelter for women and children who don't speak English, or also maybe newcomers. About $1,300 in cash we raised, also an entire room, and it is this big, a room of clothing, kitchen supplies, and all kinds of stuff that they would need at the shelter. The money, we don't give money to the shelter, we buy Walmart gift certificates and give them Walmart gift certificates. It's actually more useful to them. Nice to see students here from Sir Worth Authority. I usually see them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have our CAR program at Worth Authority and Native Learning Center East. And we have some students in the back, Police Foundation students. And one of them, Kegler, is going to come up here. I want you to come up now, and he's going to say a few things. Kegler spoke about a year ago at the CPLC, and he's been helping him. He's taken part in Mornell Court Safe Walk with us, and he said a couple things when he was promoted to staff sergeant, and now we have the new staff sergeant. They had the police games, the police foundations games, yeah, and just at the college, which was 2 days ago, and it was a pretty good time. It was a pretty fun event. So Caitlin Garrett's did very, very well. She's staff sergeant. Stand up for a second. Now her father and wife actually work together in the ETF, which is kind of a cool thing. And she's going to be a police officer. And we also have Madison, who's going to be a police officer, and we've got 2 future police officers here as well. So thanks for coming. And you have been recently promoted to the rank of
Chief Sergeant Major of the drill team.
I feel like I shouldn't be touching my hand. Can you tell us a little bit about that? So just tell us a little bit about the course as well, please.
So hello everybody, my name is Skagler. I'm from the Centennial College Police Foundation program. And recently I've been promoted to the chief position of the drill team, which is a ceremonial drill team that has a really important role within the college. We do ceremonies for our residents, and also we attend events outside of school as well. For example, we go to remembrance things, ceremonies, and the whole point of the drill team is to promote discipline within the students in our college. We try to influence our future leaders, the importance of volunteering and giving back to the community. And our goal is to become the future leaders. So we were trying to promote that by running this program where we teach future students, future police officers, the importance of communication, giving back to the community, and leadership skills. So that's pretty much it. And the program itself, as Angela mentioned before, we do get a bunch of police officers in college that come and visit us and give us little lectures, tell us little stories about the policing, which gives us a better idea of policing from their point of view. So it is a great experience for us to be in the program. I'm really happy to be in the program, and I'm learning a lot from Police Arsenal. 2 days ago, we had the police games. He was invited, and he attended the police games and helped us out with the games. And
there was about 15 cops in the total. 15 officers from international
OPP, Dorman, Field Regional, and all the officers from the surrounding regions were there. So we are really happy to have you guys in and get that one-to-one experience with police officers. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. Deputy John Clarkson was in attendance as well, which was really nice. And the Police Foundation students at all colleges are actually really good resources when it comes to assisting with CPLC events. So Haglar and others, when the time comes for the picnic or any event that we may have, which, for example, the Coffee with the Cop or the last family movie afternoon, there was all kinds of organizations there that had booths. There's no reason why 43 Division CPLC can't have a booth there. And we're going to start having booths, changes and setting that up. So thanks for that. And one more thing that I'm going to promote is a Coffee with the Cop. Now, the person who usually complains the most just came in late. How come that's how it works? You complain the most and come in. So you're going to be really happy about this. We have a Coffee with the Cop event coming up Friday, March 16th, 2018, obviously, from 10 a.m. till noon at the McDonald's at Markham Road, just south of 401. Now, he doesn't like that because it's during the day. We understand that's during the day and not a lot of people can attend, but we're actually doing it on March break. But what you'll be very happy about, because we always have to hear your comments on Twitter, there's nothing wrong with that, but anyways, the owners of that McDonald's would like to do one a month, and the next one we're going to do at the Port Union location, and that's going to be an evening event at the McDonald's. So there you go, your wishes come true. Please stop harassing me online for God's sake. And that's just for you. So you better show up. That's the whole thing. You better show up. So Coffee with the Cop, I got some flyers here. There's some flyers in the back. We also advertise online. That's this Friday, or Friday the 16th, just over a week. And any questions at all from anybody? Yes?
Why are you doing it on March break? I thought it was supposed to be a camp.
So, there you go. I'll be there. I haven't asked my staff, sir.
We'll be there.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'll be there. I'm supposed to get my hair done on camp, so it's kind of a weird day. Anyways, any questions from anybody else? Thanks, sorry it took so long. And whoever we got up next on the schedule.
Sure. So next, I think, thanks a lot, Randy. Thanks, thanks, Julie. Thanks, Paul. So next up, we, at this stage, we open it up to everyone here. So this is for anyone in the community to express any concerns, questions that you may have for the staff sergeant, for the superintendent, for the other officers. So please, the floor is yours.
I'll give him the mic.
Okay then, no. I'll ask again. Again, there wasn't anything to follow up, as far as last month's meeting. I know that Adam's done a good job explaining our break and enter issues, how we made some strides in that. But again, this is the opportunity, don't be afraid of the mic. It's the opportunity to raise any concerns that you might have in your neighborhood, your community. Don't hesitate. Anybody have any questions or concerns for us? Going once.
We had to find another little guy since Pat's not here to put on a bit of a show. Just forget I said that.
Okay, well, I won't belabor it.
This is the first time we've gotten a question.
It's pretty rare.
You did a good job. Just one last announcement. I know Julie mentioned this up front that the next meeting will take place April 12th in the evening, 6:30. We've also got new CPLC flyers that please feel free to come by and just pick it up at my desk. I think it just even talks to what the CPLC is, how to become a member, and details to all of our meeting dates. So with that, I think the general session for this meeting ends. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you April 12th. All the members, please.